Hello and welcome to my channel again. I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. This one's gonna be kind of like a get to know me. I'm gonna do a few different questions that I just found on the internet. Some of them a little bit more deep and some of them a little more funny. Alright, so I actually just have a list here of questions that I am going to ask myself. I actually handpicked these off of a bunch of different lists based on which ones I thought were most relevant to me and which ones that I thought that would be good to talk about, and which ones, you know, would get the best idea of who I am. It's not me without my cats. These guys, before I even get into anything else about me, you have to know these guys are my life. They are my children. Yeah, that's right, I know. She's got my lipstick on her right now because of your nose, but I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, she's my little baby. I have another one as well. She's the younger one. Anyways, so get back to the question. Okay, what silly or funny thing makes you afraid or creeps you out? This is gonna sound really weird. For my whole life, I have never been able to eat things with bones in them. Like, okay, so this includes like wings, ribs, anything like that. I can have it cut off the bone, and like I used to be as bad, whereas like I couldn't even cut them off the bone myself. Like I had to get my dad to cut them off for me. So yeah, I used to be really bad. But the funny thing is I actually went to school for culinary, which is probably something not everyone knows about me. I had to, you know, obviously cut up chicken fully, like everything. You have to like smack. Oh my god, it's horrible. Kind of scared me a little bit. So then after that, like I don't care as much, but like I still can't eat them right off the bone. Like, you know, most people just eat ribs like that. Like I have to cut them off. So I don't know why. Like I've just always been that way, and like I don't think I'm ever gonna change from that one, unfortunately. But yeah, that's one of the things I've never heard anyone else that, oh my gosh, you're crazy, get upset by that or anything. Like I'm just such an avid animal lover. Like I just can't, I don't know, it just seems like the bones just make it too real for me, I guess. I don't know, like I don't know. I was vegetarian for a long time as well. I guess it just kind of like feels wrong. What she's doing. You love your mama. I guess it just feels kind of too real to me. But anyways, next question, because I'm gonna get sad. Okay, bye. She'll probably be back later. Who's the worst guest you've had in your house and what did they do? So I actually chose this one because this actually just happened to me. Really weird situation. It was probably about the same time it was now. It was like 9 or 10 at night or something like that. And I was just sitting up here like watching Netflix alone, like I always do. And then I heard a knock on the door and I was like, is that a knock on the door? Like, or am I crazy? Because like my mom is home, my dad's home. And I'm like, no, like no one else comes to my door. Like literally no one, like ever. So I'm like, this is kind of weird. Unless it's like for mail or something like that, but mail's not gonna be coming at 9 or 10 at night. So I was kind of creeped out a little bit, and then I went downstairs and I opened the door, and we have two doors. We have like your main door and then we have like a glass door. So I opened the main door, and all of a sudden there's a guy there, like maybe, I don't know, like 30 years old or something like that, like hunched over, and I was like, okay, I didn't know what to do. And he's just like, I'm cold, and he literally just started walking into my house, and I was like, I don't know what am I supposed to do? Like I am not like violent or brave or anything like that. I was like in shock, like literally like what do I do? So I was just like, Mom, Dad, like what, can you please come down here? And finally my mom came up, and like she was talking with him for a little bit. I was so like freaked out, I had to go upstairs. I felt so bad because like I didn't want to leave my mom alone with him either, so I just like got my dad. He was in the middle of shaving his face, and I'm like, you need to come downstairs. And he's like, why? And I didn't want to like say what was going on because the guy was down there, and like you can hear everything in my house, like it's ridiculous. And so anyways, then I was like, I like kind of whispered to him. I was like, there's a stranger in the house. He's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I was like, just go downstairs, please. And then he's like, okay. So he like wiped off part of his face and he like goes downstairs and he's like so confused, just like I was. And we're all just like, what is going on? This guy was so hammered. Like, I don't think he was like in his right mind. I don't know. But he literally, like, okay, in Canada right now it is really cold. Like today was about -20, I think, and then I think that day was about the same as well, like maybe a little bit warmer, but still like probably about -15. And this was at night too, so it's gonna be colder. And this guy had no coat on. He had like maybe a little sweater on, like it was like a jersey or something like that. And like I felt so bad, but I'm like kind of freaked out. Like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? You know what I mean? So anyways, basically he just stayed there for a little bit and he ended up calling on our home phone to his friend, and being, because like I guess he was waiting for his friend to come pick him up, and my parents just like sat there and watched him. It's so awkward. Like I was like, well, what the hell do I do? I literally just stayed up in my room because I was like so scared. Like I'm so awkward in those kind of situations. Like I am not like I'm brave, but I don't know, and that kind of stuff I'm just like not very good. I'm not used to that kind of stuff, I guess. Like I grew up in a really small town where it's like most people are pretty together most of the time. Like you get drunk people, but that's when you're usually drunk, so you don't even notice it. So it's like weird to have something like that happen. But good on my parents for letting him stay here. That guy was cold, and honestly, like if he stayed on the street he might have died. So good on them. My parents are great people. I love them very much. That's another really big get to know me thing. My family is like the most important thing to me, no matter what. So this one is, what memory do you just keep going back to? One of them is my aunt passed away about 10 years ago or so, and I was really close with her. She was like a second mother to me, and like it was really hard to lose her, but she just like, she was such an amazing person. Like I was just a kid at the time, but you know, she would do anything to just make me smile or make me happy. Like I remember at the time Webkinz were like the big thing. Like that was when everyone had them. Like everyone was spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on them because they were so expensive for no reason. No offense, makers of Webkinz, but wow, those were expensive. Now you can get them at like the dollar store. Don't ask why I know that. Anyways, so yeah, she would literally go online and play this with me. Like I think even like Polly Pockets had one. She would literally play Polly Pockets with me. She would play Webkinz, like, and like thoroughly enjoy it. Like she would not, like, I don't know how she does it, because like I have tried doing it with kids, and like I love kids and I'm good with kids, but like you still kind of have to fake it a little bit. She actually like, I don't understand. Like she was just a kid at heart. Like, and I don't know. What are you doing? Are you coming back? Are you gonna come back? You wanna help mommy with her story? Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Hi, baby. What is quite possibly the most annoying thing ever? My pet peeve personally is actually when people ditch. This face takes a long time to do. That being said, I don't always do makeup when I go out because I don't feel the need to wear makeup. I just enjoy doing makeup. But if I spend all this effort, and not only effort but money, because the makeup I buy is expensive, on getting ready, and you end up ditching me like 5 minutes before we were supposed to hang out, I'm not gonna be happy, because I just wasted all that time, all that money, and now I'm not doing anything, and I'm just gonna sit here at home and I'm gonna have to take it off, which is fine. But like, I still enjoy doing the makeup, so it's not that big of a deal. But sometimes you just don't want to do it, and I don't know, I find when I have to do makeup is always when I don't want to do it. I enjoy doing makeup when I'm just doing it for fun. Like, I don't know, I like doing it on other people a lot more as well. Like I love doing makeup on myself too. Like I just find I can do more on myself because I know I'm not gonna, like, this is gonna sound weird, but I know I'm not gonna hurt myself. Like I can press hard, and like you just feel it, right? It's like when you're doing your own hair, like you only know how like hard you can pull it. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. And the next one, what do you wish people would stop asking you? This one's another fun one. So I have pretty long nails. I like them to be long. They're not real. I wish they were. Although they are almost just as long as the real ones are at this point, because I've let them grow out so much. And just gotten them filled instead. But I cannot tell you how many times people come into my store and say, how do you work with those nails? Every time. I am so sick of it. Like, I literally just want to sit there and just be like, I don't, so you're gonna have to help yourself. Like, honestly, like, why would you ask me such a stupid question? Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, honestly, what do you expect me to say? What do I say? Like, oh, haha, funny joke? Like, I don't, A, it's really not that funny. B, you don't think I hear that 24/7. And C, you find ways around it. Like, I'm not just incapable of doing anything. I literally type with my nails. Okay, this one's easy question. And a quick one, what is your favorite TV show? I have a lot, but I would have to say my favorites are probably South Park and Family Guy. I have a very crude sense of humor. I am not very censored. Favorite movie is kind of a hard one as well. I have a bunch. Like, it really depends what I'm in the mood for. Like, honestly, one of my favorites, I'm kind of a little bit of a nerd, but is Harry Potter, the Harry Potter series. I love it. My favorite one is actually the Goblet of Fire, which is, oh, I don't know why a lot of people don't like that one, but I actually love it. It's the one, I'm not gonna ruin it for you guys, actually. If you haven't seen Harry Potter at this point though, like, do you live under a rock? But yeah, my favorite one is the Goblet of Fire. I guess I won't ruin it, but I cry every time. That's all you need to know. And then I also, in terms of like thoughtful movies or intense movies, my favorite would be Inception. I just think it's such a cool concept. Oh my gosh, you are crazy. You're crazy. She's literally just sitting on my lap. Okay, this one's kind of funny. What's the weirdest tradition your family has? So, I don't know, we don't really have a lot of traditions per se, but ever since I was, to be honest, not even legal, like ever since I was about like 16, 17, I don't know. Ever since I was like drinking, I was never really like a big drinker, but ever since I like was able to drink, kind of, not legally, but sorry guys, it's in the past now. We did a, like, every Christmas morning we would do mimosas. Which is like the most random thing ever. I have no idea why. I have no idea why we started it, but I absolutely love it. I don't know. We would always have like a big breakfast and have sparkling wine and orange juice, and just, I don't know, it's one of my favorite things. I really love Christmas though. There's a lot of traditions I really love that we do during Christmas. It's really one of the only times we have traditions, just because we're all so busy that there's not a lot of time to do that kind of stuff. One of my favorites is, like, usually my family will get a real tree. Last year we didn't because my parents were kind of away for a lot of the Christmas break, but usually, yeah, we get a real tree. We go out to like cut it all ourselves, everything like that. The place we used to go to actually had, like, I think it used to be horse-drawn carriages, but now it's like a tractor-driven thing with like a hay thing on the, I don't know, it's hard to explain, with like a thing on the back, and then you ride on it and they take you out to like the forest or whatever. And then there's like a bonfire there, and like you can get like apple cider, you can get like hot chocolate, coffee, whatever you want. And then you get to pick your own tree, and my dad cuts it up. Who has influenced you most in your life? My mom, obviously. She's been there through everything. She's my biggest supporter. I love her with all my heart. What is the worst thing about dating? don't know if I even really want to answer this one. Honestly, I think it's just like never really be knowing. I don't know. I think the worst thing about dating nowadays is honestly, I'm kind of a hypocrite for this because I love YouTube and everything, but social media. Honestly, I think that it's wrecking relationships nowadays because it just makes it so much easier to cheat. Like, I feel like nowadays everyone cheats, and I don't like that. Cheaters are not a good thing. But it's become so normalized now, and I don't see how that's okay. Like, I get it, everyone makes mistakes, but like I just feel like with social media, everything is just like spiraled so much. Like, but and I mean the other thing with it too is that we expect everything like now. And that's what I'm really guilty of is you know, if someone doesn't text me back, I get mad or whatever, right? Like, it's just so toxic for relationships, like, because you need to have some distance to be able to be yourself and to be able to find yourself and to not want to bite your significant other's head off. But when you're texting 24/7, when you're calling 24/7, like, I am so guilty of this. It makes you go crazy. It really does. And like, there's just so much out there right now that you can access. Like, there's all these like cheating, like, what is it called, like Ashley Madison or whatever, like all these cheating ones. Like, it's just, it's so messed up. Like, I don't know who comes up with these, but there's so much out there on the internet that I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, I truly think it's wrecking the relationship dynamic now. And I don't know. I know not everyone, you know, believes in monogamy and whatever, but I do. I still do. I don't know. And I don't know, I just think that it's just different now. And I really don't like it. I really don't. I feel like you know so much because, like, literally you can just go through your partner's phone and all of their life is on there. And like, there's things you don't want to know. Would you ever take back someone who's cheated? That's a deep one. I basically have. Like I said before, I am a very forgiving person. I really do not hold grudges. You could hurt me so badly, and if you apologize to me, I will still, like, depending on the situation, like most of the time, I will still forgive you. I will not hold it against you. I don't know, that's just the kind of person I am. I have tried so hard to stay angry at people, to be mad, but I just find like I cannot hold on to anger, and it's probably a good thing some of the time, because it's good and it's bad, definitely. But so answer is probably yes. I probably would, depending on the situation. What would you tell your teenage self if you could go back in time? You know, you don't need to work so hard to make everyone like you. And just even, you don't need people to like you. All you need is you to like yourself, because that's really all, I know it sounds corny, but that's really all that matters. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still trying, but I have made so much progress with that. Like, I used to just only determine my self-worth from what everyone thought of me, around me, and I do to a certain extent still, don't get me wrong. But high school was just bad with it. Like, I purely determined, what are you doing? I purely determined my self-worth based on what other people thought about me, and that's not right. It's not right at all. I mean, I think every teenager kind of does that a little bit, for the most part at least. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people I know say the exact same way, that they, you know, they wish that they could go back and tell them that, because it really doesn't matter. Like, if you're in high school right now, I get it. You want to be popular, you want friends, you want people to like you, but in the end, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't, because a lot of those people you're not even going to see anymore. You won't even hear from them. Like, you will meet better people in your life because there are more people out there than the people that are in your high school. So, you know, even if you don't like the people in your high school and you still want friends, you're not okay being alone, then go do sports. Or if you're not good at sports, just go do an activity, like join a club, do anything. Like, I know it's not the cool thing to do or whatever, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you are happy and surrounded by people you love. That's really it. And people that aren't going to bring you down. What gets you fired up? It's an easy one. EDM music. Anytime I listen to it, I go crazy. No, I don't go crazy. It's the only thing I can dance to. I am not a dancer whatsoever. I just love the different levels in it, and I don't know. There's just something about it. Oh my god, okay. What are you doing? She wants to beat it so bad. Autumn, do you want to look at the... What did you just do? Did you fall? Are you okay? She's in my laundry basket. You wrecked my background. Oh my god. Okay. What is the biggest life lesson you learned in 2017? 2017 was a year of a lot of learning for me. It definitely was a very hard year for me. I went through a lot of ups and downs, not as many ups, a lot of downs. I think I just kind of learned that, you know, it's important to keep busy and just keep yourself motivated and not depend on anyone else just to, you know, do things for yourself and not for anyone else. I spent a lot of 2017 doing everything for everyone around me. Like I said, I've done for my whole life, and I just think that it's time that I started doing things for my own happiness. And on that note, I think you guys have probably learned quite a lot about me from this video. It was quite open, quite honest, pretty deep at times. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too much. I hope you don't think I'm crazy or anything. At the same time, if you do, I am what I am. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you got to learn quite a lot about me today. If you have any other questions or anything, feel free to either just post them in the comments below, or, you know, if it's something that you don't want other people to see, if you want to just ask in private, feel free to message me or do whatever. Totally up to you. I know I probably won't get any, but I'm gonna throw that out there anyways, because I like being honest and I like opening up. I feel like this was kind of like a journal entry, and it was kind of nice. Maybe I'll do this again. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned to my channel.